Hi, this is Shoshana Brigette from ColorKarma.com. I'm here with Mike Sredin from Adobe.
Good to be here.
Thank you. We are here to talk about design for?
Design to Print.
Design to Print.
A brand new extension for Adobe Photoshop that we've released from the Adobe Print Group in the last couple of weeks.
Fabulous. I've observed some things about designers as being part of a supply chain. And really the need to understand the manufacturing process.
Right.
How does Adobe help them with this type of tool?
One of the things that we wanted to do with Design to Print is make it really easy for somebody to monetize the work that they were doing. You know, how can they take their skill set, their creativity, and make it really easy to turn that into an opportunity where they can publish their work and start getting an income from it as an entry into maybe setting up their own little business or their own little store. So one of the things that we've done with Design to Print is we've partnered with our friends at Zazzle.com to launch this exciting product. And basically what happens is when you add this extension to Adobe Photoshop, it's available now for free at adobe.com/go/design to print. You download it as an extension. It automatically installs itself within Adobe Photoshop, and it adds the ability to select an item from a catalog. We make some suggestions, several hundred different types of product that you might want to design. It could be birthday cards, it could be baseball caps, it could be t-shirts, it could be leggings, it could be
tote bags,
any
socks.
Socks, maybe. We'll have to have a look. Maybe baby grows onesies or something like that. I don't know. But there's a large variety of different types of product. But the important thing that we're doing as part of this tool is we're showing somebody, as you are painting or drawing or adding your layers of content to your design, we're always showing you a rendition, a visualization of how the final product would look like when it's been made. So rather than thinking of everything as being a very flat screen as you're going through that design process, let's use your tote bag example, for instance. Rather than thinking as being just a rectangle that could be stuck on the front of a tote bag, we show you the tote bag. We show it how it folds around the fabric, where the seams are, where the edges are. If there's a handle, for example, where is your design fall relative to the handle, and allow you to view that thing that you're making from different angles as well. So it's almost as if you get an in-store experience of the product as you are designing and making changes to it.
So you actually are providing people a way to make their own micro business for design for manufacturing.
Absolutely. That's exactly what we're doing. And what happens is once you've experienced this product as it would look to a consumer if they were to purchase it, there's a button that says publish, and you hit publish, and basically you get a chance to create your own online store on Zazzle.com featuring your designs. And put it on a range of tote bags, whatever you like. The idea is that we show you this visualization within the product and make it very easy with this one click to then upload and then offer this for sale to your public, whoever your public might happen to be.
So again, it's designing for manufacturing. People can start their own businesses at home, extend or explore new businesses and new opportunities, test markets and things.
Absolutely.
So this is a plugin to Photoshop.
It's a plugin for Adobe Photoshop. Yes, it supports the latest version of Photoshop. If you go to the website and install it, it will populate itself into your product automatically. It's a Photoshop CC automatically. And we really want to make it frictionless for people so that people can focus. We want to get the tools out of the way, rather than working maybe with an online website where you might create a design in Photoshop and then you have to go to a website and you have to upload it and you have to see what it looks like, and maybe you don't like how it looks, so you have to go back to Photoshop, make a change and iterate over multiple times. I think lots of people have used or seen various online websites and try to use it to maybe monetize their designs. This is basically bringing that sort of website experience somewhat inside the application itself, so you have that real-time visualization of every brushstroke you make. You can see how that brushstroke then affects the final product that you're making. So it's a real-time visualization tool within the application.
Normally when you go into manufacturing of a product, you have to see the product, you have to get that first sample, things like that. But now it's just you are visualizing it all on screen. You said you can move that tote bag around or the clothing around, the shirts around.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's important as well, because what it means to somebody who's creating their own store is they don't have to create an inventory. They don't have to have t-shirts.
A garage full of t-shirts.
A garage full of t-shirts. You don't have to have this minimum order of 1,000 t-shirts in small, extra small, large, extra large, 1XL, 2XL, whatever it is. You can create this design online, and it's just-in-time manufacturing as well, which is great because it's very sustainable. If you can throw 100 designs up there, and maybe they're not all going to sell, because maybe not everybody wants popcorn. Maybe they want pretzels instead. So you can actually use it as a way of offering multiple designs for sale. The only thing it costs you is your time to then upload that design, and as you publicize this content online, maybe you want to share it over your own social media, you'll find out which are your successful designs, and hopefully they'll sell.
And what's nice is, like you said, we don't have to have a garage full of different material, or even what you said earlier, it doesn't sell. I have all these extras.
Right.
You really get that opportunity to go straight to market. I don't need to design a website.
No.
I get to be creative,
And
right?
Zazzle.com has its own storefront, so people can go to Zazzle.com for the holidays, for example, and browse and say, I'm looking for a tote bag for my mom for Christmas.
Right.
And maybe you, if you're not even a designer, you could go there and look at the different types of tote bag that are available. Obviously, your tote bag's going to be so fantastic, no one yours. But this is part of it as well. It is you don't have to even have your own presence, because organically people can gravitate towards your site.
And for people who are trying to start their own business or explore that upfront costs and investments is much smaller.
Right. I mean, in this particular case, there's no charge for the plugin, there's no charge to join Zazzle.com. Zazzle will pay you when your design sells. So you upload your content that you've created with Adobe Designer Print, and when your tote bag with the popcorn logo sells, you get to set the royalty that you want from Zazzle.com when that sale happens, and they'll pay you directly.
So that's actually important, because something royalties, we've started talking to different people, is how much royalty do you take, and some places don't know, and so this sounds like you're actually empowering these designers to decide their own royalty.
Right, they get to set their own royalty. And
that's really nice.
That's nothing to do with us. That's our friends at Zazzle. This is how they work today. They've had a very successful website over a number of years. We decided to partner with them to launch this particular project because we felt that we could bring the design tools with Photoshop, and you can use all those regular things like working with layers and bringing in effects and using masks and all the tools that you can use to create within Photoshop. We're now allowing you to do it and very easily integrate with this store presence as well. So something that's really complicated that you wouldn't normally be able to do on a website-based design tool. So for example, let's say we wanted to fade this popcorn artwork into a picture of a beach, for example, and I've got a photograph of the beach that I want to incorporate in my design. I can use blend effects and transparency effects and masks and stuff within Photoshop as I'm doing that, which would be really, really hard to do with an online design service. So it's really taking the power that we have within Photoshop for content creation and then applying it to the design ready to be manufactured.
And that's important. I mean, I've done online where it's 2D and you kind of put your logo or branding on a 2D shirt. You're not seeing where it moves.
Right.
And so this is really nice, that 3D experience.
Yeah, I was able to myself. I mean, I'm no real skilled designer, but I could work with a pair of leggings, for example. Now, I haven't got the physique for leggings, but you can imagine a situation where I wanted to have something happening from the knees down. So let's say I wanted a leggings effect, but I wanted to draw on some plaid socks, which we're going to sort of, they're faux socks. They're not actually socks on my leggings, but actually I can see on the model, on the rendition, where would the knee be. So I can actually imagine putting my artwork into the design at the right place relative to where somebody's knees would be if you went to buy those leggings. So it's really, really exciting.
What's the website again?
It's adobe.com/go/design-to-print.
And right now it is free and
free
beta?
of charge. We've shipped it. It is shipping. It's available to anybody who's got a copy of Photoshop CC.
Fabulous. So take a look, experiment. It's all about experimentation,
Absolutely.
Learning. And again, it's that designing for manufacturing. And empowering designers too.
absolutely.
So creating and thinking differently.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Mike.
You're very welcome.
This is Shoshana from ColorKarma.com. Have a great day.